Ever find yourself spiraling down a Wikipedia rabbit hole at 3 a.m.? Or suddenly consumed by the history of something utterly random, like the evolution of the paperclip? Yeah, us too. Forget the silver screen, we're diving deep into the real stuff, the stories, the ideas, the obsessions that grab hold of your brain and refuse to let go, the things you just have to know more about. So, settle in, sharpen your curiosity, get ready to have your mind delightfully derailed, because we're about to explore the fascinating, the unexpected, the utterly binge-worthy corners of everything else. Welcome to The Binge. Let's get curious.
It's the Binge Podcast where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast. Come join us fast.
Alright, Bingers, you know we like to explore the things that grab our attention, the things that we can't get enough of, but sometimes there are things that grab us by the throat and refuse to let go, in the most infuriating way possible. This week, the rant is dedicated to the silent, insidious, and utterly soul-destroying menace that plagues our online existence. Prepare yourselves for a righteous fury directed squarely at the auto-playing internet video. Let the uninvited audio-visual onslaught begin.
Broadcast anthem, daily grind. Thoughts unleashed, no place to hide. Passion storming every mind. Tune in, tune out, tonight we ride.
Alright, gather round, you magnificent sacks of barely contained chaos, you goddamn internet dwellers. I need to unleash a torrent of pure, unadulterated fury upon a societal ill so pervasive, so subtly insidious, that it's probably happening to your goddamn eyeballs and eardrums right freaking now. I am, of course, talking about the utter, soul-crushing, time vortex-inducing horror that is the auto-playing video on the goddamn internet. Are you fucking kidding me? I open a webpage, innocently seeking information, maybe a recipe for decent guacamole or the answer to the age-old question of whether squirrels can truly appreciate jazz. Spoiler alert, probably not, the little bastards. And bam! My goddamn eardrums are assaulted by some shrill advertisement for a product I have zero fucking interest in. It's like the internet has decided my browsing experience isn't complete without a sudden, unsolicited auditory ambush, the sons of bitches. And the volume, you motherfuckers. Oh, sweet mother of all that is holy, the volume. It's always set to approximately 11, as if the advertisers believe that the louder their garbage is, the more likely I am to suddenly develop an insatiable craving for their suspiciously orange-colored beverage or their revolutionary toilet bowl cleaner. My neighbors probably think I've developed a sudden and intense passion for stock footage of smiling families inexplicably enjoying yogurt, the clueless twats. Then there's the hunt, you bastards, the frantic, desperate scramble to locate the tiny, often camouflaged mute button before my entire office, living room, public library is subjected to this sonic assault. It's like a digital scavenger hunt, except the prize isn't treasure, it's blessed, beautiful silence. You hear me? And sometimes, there is no goddamn mute button. It's a cruel digital form of torture, forcing me to either close the entire tab in a fit of pique or endure the oral equivalent of nails on a chalkboard mixed with a baby incessantly demanding attention, the little fucker. And the content. It's never anything I actually want to see. It's always some aggressively cheerful spokesperson gesticulating wildly about a limited time offer or a shaky vertical video of some dipshit unboxing something utterly mundane. I came here to read about the migratory patterns of the lesser spotted newt, not to witness Brenda from Boise's enthusiastic unveiling of her new ergonomic spatula, for fuck's sake. The internet, you glorious sprawling landscape of information and cat videos, you have failed me. You goddamn enabler of auditory terrorism, you have allowed this plague of auto-playing audiovisual garbage to fester and spread like a digital fungus, the festering pile of shit It's a blatant disregard for my personal space, my sanity, and my right to browse in fucking peace. So, to the perpetrators of this digital crime, I say this. Stop it. You hear me? You digital vermin, just stop it. The next time I open a web page and am greeted by a sudden, unwanted burst of noise, I swear I will personally track down every single one of you and subject you to an endless loop of dial-up modem sounds. You have been warned, you sons of bitches. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to go lie down in a dark, quiet room and try to remember what silence sounds like. It's been too long. Too fucking long. Today, we're delving into a topic that unites us all in a shared experience of mild bewilderment and internal eye rolls, the subtle art of avoiding small talk. It's a delicate dance, a social ninja maneuver, and frankly a survival skill in the modern age. So without further ado, here are the top 10 strategies for evading the dreaded, so what do you do?
Top 10 time, it's the thrill of the night. Rankings up high, feeling safe flight. Listening close, get ready to climb. We're counting it down, it's top 10 time.
1. The intensely focused on my phone even though nothing's happening maneuver. This classic involves staring intently at your phone screen, furrowing your brow as if deciphering ancient hieroglyphics or responding to a vital top-secret message from the International Society of People Who Dislike Small Talk. Bonus points for occasional, dramatic sighs of concentration. 2. The sudden onset of a fictional, urgent task gambit. Clutch your chest, grasp dramatically, and exclaim, "Oh no! I completely forgot to, water my indoor cactus. It's a very delicate species, excuse me." Then power walk away with purpose, even if the nearest plant is a plastic fern. 3. The master of misdirection ploy. When asked a direct question, respond with an equally enthusiastic but completely unrelated question. "So what do?" becomes, "Oh, that's interesting. Did you see that documentary about the migratory patterns of the Patagonian toothfish? Fascinating stuff." 4. The embrace the absurd tactic. Answer the dreaded question with something wildly unexpected and slightly unsettling. "So what do?" could be met with, "I communicate with squirrels telepathically. It's a very demanding field. Maintain unwavering eye contact for maximum effect." 5. The feigned recognition of a distant acquaintance escape route. Spot someone vaguely familiar across the room, or even just an inanimate object that could be mistaken for someone vaguely familiar, and shout their name with exaggerated enthusiasm. "Brenda! Oh my goodness, Brenda, it's been ages!" Then weave your way through the crowd, offering profuse apologies for interruption. 6. Become one with the buffet table strategy. Submerge yourself in the culinary offerings, engaging in intense study of the cheese platter or a prolonged contemplation of the miniature quiches. Mumbling something about essential research while your mouth is full often discourages further conversation. 7. The sudden and dramatic loss of hearing ploy. Lean in, cup your ear, and repeatedly say, "Pardon? What was that? The acoustics in here are terrible." Bonus points for dramatically increasing the volume of your own voice while feigning deafness. 8. The enthusiastic oversharing about an utterly niche hobby technique. Launch into a detailed and passionate monologue about your obscure hobby, competitive thumb wrestling with garden gnomes, the proper folding techniques for origami swans made from dryer lint, the intricate taxonomy of vintage bottle caps. The sheer level of detail will likely send your conversational partner fleeing for less specialized pastures. 9. The master of the non-answer art form. Respond to every question with a vague philosophical statement that sounds profound but actually means nothing. "So, what do?" becomes, "I navigate the ephemeral currents of existence, seeking meaning in the liminal spaces between being and not being," followed by a knowing nod. 10. The become incredibly interested in something behind them maneuver. While they're talking, suddenly shift your gaze over their shoulder, widen your eyes, and exclaim, "Oh my goodness, is that a rare breed of moth? I haven't seen one of those in years." Then completely abandon the conversation to pursue the imaginary insect. There you have it, folks. 10 tried and true, mostly humorous methods for navigating the treacherous waters of small talk. Use them wisely, and may your social interactions be filled with comfortable silences and the fascinating study of imaginary moths. This has been the Top 10 List. The zipper. Right, so here's the bloody thing about the history of the humble zipper. The zipper. You use it every goddamn day, probably without giving it a second thought. This miraculous little contraption that keeps your trousers from flapping open in a mortifying display of undergarments and societal ineptitude. But before this elegant system of interlocking teeth came along, life, sartorially speaking, was a god-awful mess of buttons, hooks, laces, a veritable medieval torture device designed to delay your urgent need to relieve yourself. Now, you'd think the story of such a revolutionary invention would be a straightforward tale of ingenious engineering and triumphant market penetration. But no, this is history we're talking about, which, as per usual, is a tangled, frustratingly illogical clusterfuck of patents, lawsuits, and enough bureaucratic arse ache to make your head spin. Our story, as many good stories do, begins with a fella named Whitcomb Judson, a decidedly persistent and, one suspects, slightly obsessive American inventor. Back in the late 19th century, Judson was apparently driven by a burning desire to liberate humanity from the tyranny of buttons, particularly those fiddly little bastards on boots. His first attempt, unveiled at the 1893 Chicago World's Fair, a glorious monument to human ingenuity and questionable hygiene, was a contraption he rather grandiosely called the clasp locker. Now, the name itself sounds promising, doesn't it? Like some sort of futuristic security device. The reality, however, was a clunky, unreliable monstrosity that frequently jammed, broke, or even worse, spontaneously sprang open at the most inopportune moments, leaving the wearer feeling rather exposed. Imagine the scene. The bustling crowds of the World's Fair, the smell of popcorn and industrial progress hanging in the air, and some poor sod suddenly experiencing a catastrophic clasp locker failure, his dignity unraveling along with his boot. It's the kind of slow-motion public humiliation that sticks with you, the kind that etches itself into the very fabric of your being, a low-grade hum of embarrassment that never quite fades. Despite this less than stellar debut, Judson, bless his stubborn heart, persevered. He teamed up with a businessman named Lewis Walker, and together they formed the Universal Fastener Company, a name dripping with the kind of optimistic delusion that only early-stage capitalism can truly inspire. They tinkered, they tweaked, they probably swore a lot in dimly lit workshops filled with the smell of oil and dashed hopes. Then comes another key player in the zipper saga, a Swedish-American engineer by the name of Gideon Sundback. Now, Sundback was a proper engineer, the kind of meticulous bastard who actually understood how things were supposed to bloody work. He took Judson's somewhat agricultural class locker and, over several years of relentless refinement, transformed it into something resembling the zipper we know and grudgingly rely on today. He streamlined the design, increased the number of fastening elements, and basically made the whole damn thing functional. His 1913 patent for the hookless fastener was a genuine breakthrough, a quiet revolution in the world of closures. But the zipper's journey to ubiquity wasn't exactly a sprint. It languished somewhat in relative obscurity, mostly finding its niche in things like tobacco pouches and money bags, hardly the glamorous destiny one might expect for such a game-changing invention. It wasn't until the 1930s, thanks in no small part to its adoption by the fashion industry, specifically on children's clothing, because apparently even toddlers deserve a modicum of fastening efficiency, that the zipper finally started to gain widespread acceptance. And even then there was resistance. Buttons, those steadfast little bastards, had a tradition on their side. They were familiar, reliable, mostly, and didn't have the terrifying potential to snag your delicate bits. It's fascinating, isn't it? This slow, almost grudging acceptance of something so utterly practical. You think about all the incremental improvements, all the forgotten patents and frustrated inventors who chipped away at the problem of fastening fabric. It's like watching a film in excruciatingly slow motion, each tiny click of the interlocking teeth a frame in this epic saga of human ingenuity and the relentless, often baffling march of progress. You see the gears turning, the small victories, and the inevitable setbacks, the way one seemingly insignificant invention can ripple outwards, subtly reshaping the world around us one closed fly at a time. And you realize that even something as mundane as the zipper has a history, a messy, complicated, and surprisingly compelling story to tell. A story, you might even say, worth unzipping. If you enjoyed this podcast, please like and subscribe for a new episode every week.
You know by now, got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. By now, got stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast. Tune in right now. Stories to tell, from the small to the grand, all under one spell. We talk about this, we laugh about that, from the strange to the bliss. Get ready to chat. It's the Binge Podcast, where everything's a blast. It's the Binge Podcast, come join us fast.